Me. Okay. So good evening to you all. My name is James from Varsity Unlimited Tutors. So I posted a message in the group earlier saying that I just wanted to have a short discussion with those that are interested. The reason for that discussion is I might be posting a couple of things in your group for the next week or so. So I just wanted to make sure that when I post those things, you understand who is posting those things and why he is posting those things, so that there is no conflict. Because conflict is abound when someone is just sending things in your group and you do not understand why they are sending that particular information in your group. So I just wanted to use this time to explain myself, maybe for 10 minutes, and then allow questions for those that might have questions for me. All right. So I am a private tutor. Unfortunately, I cannot show my face right now because I've got load shedding this side. So I don't have power to show my face, but you will see my face maybe on Monday or on Tuesday. So I'm a private tutor who assists students that are doing their postgrad studies and that are doing their advanced diploma studies, right? So some of you who have been with Mancosa for some time, you already know me. You have seen me when we did our advanced diploma. Some of you, I assisted you when you were doing your postgraduate diploma in business management or when you were doing your BBA honors. And I'm just continuing with that sort of help that I was offering at that particular stage. So today in this session, I believe we have got two groups of students. We have students that are doing their MBA, and we also have students that are doing their postgraduate diploma in risk management. I believe those are the two groups of students that we have today. My power just came back. Okay. So those are the two groups of students that I have today. So I just wanted to highlight the type of service that I offer so that those of you that are interested, when I post my messages, you might understand what I'm trying to say within my messages, right? So before I do that, maybe for those of you, maybe someone did not attend the Mancosa lecture in the morning, I'll just run through a couple of things just to help those ones, and then I'll talk about what I am offering. Right. So within the studies that you guys are going to do, that is your MBA and your postgraduate diploma in risk management, you are going to be expected to complete 3 assessments. So these assessments are how the university will measure whether you have succeeded in your qualification or not. Right. So there's going to be a case study assessment, there's going to be a project assessment, and there's going to be an online summative assessment. The online summative assessment is the examination at the end of the semester, right? So you are expected as a student to write these assessments, to submit them at specific due dates, and to pass these assessments in order for you to be considered to have passed your module, whether you're doing the MBA or you're doing the postgraduate diploma in business management. Now, when you do the assessments, the first 2 assessments, which are your assignments, the case study and the project, you'll be expected to write some essays. There are some questions, they're already available. If you don't have access to these questions, you can also WhatsApp me. I can send them to you because they are already available. The assignments are already available, right? So you'll be expected to write some essay answers to these assignments, about 5,000 words for each assignment, and then about 15 references that you're expected to include. Usually, there are some of them are 20, 25 marks, 20, 25 marks. The final will be 100 marks in total. That is the questions that you're expected to answer. So that's your assignments, and you're expected to get at least 50. That's the expectation for you to get at least 50 for you to be considered to have passed your assessments. A warning to students: if you do not submit your assignment, it's an automatic fail. So out of these 3, if you fail to submit even 1, that's an automatic fail. So do not make the mistake of failing to submit your assignments, because Mancosa does not take lightly to assignments that are not submitted in time. So for those of you that are doing your postgrad in risk management, I believe these are the modules that you're doing in your first semester. The first assignment will be due 17 April, and then the last assignment will be due 3 June. So you've got something like almost 2 months where you are supposed to be submitting your assignments. Then after that, you're going to be doing your exams in July, right? For those that are doing MBA, I believe these are your assignment due dates. The first one is going to be due on the 17th of April, and the last one is going to be due 3 June. So again, you've got a space of about 2 months in which you're expected to do the assessments. But if you check closely, you will notice that there is like a 5-day difference between some of the assessments. So it becomes very, very tricky for the student if you wait until the last minute to do your assessments, because you will not be able to manage doing them within that limited amount of time. So it is usually easier for you if you start earlier, like right now in March or early April, and then make sure that by the time you get to the due dates, you have at least completed some of the assessments that you are expected to complete, right? Now, before I talk about what I am offering as a private tutor, are there any questions that someone might have in terms of maybe the way Mancosa works? Maybe someone has got a question that they did not understand, that was not addressed maybe in the lecture that you did earlier. Is there a question like that before I talk about what I am offering as a private tutor? All right, no question. It's fine. So like I said, I just want to keep this short because I know you guys are tired. So as a private tutor, this is what I usually do, right? So during the semester, I conduct some tutorials, some lessons. The lessons that I conduct at postgrad level, they are not lessons to go through your study guide or lessons to go through your module, because your lecturer is going to do that, right? Your lecturer, like he was doing today, I think I attended one of the lecturers for introduction to project management. I was in that lecture. You can see how he was teaching you guys about introduction to project management, all of those things. That's their job. They are going to do that for you. So I will let them do that for you. But you as a student, you are going to be expected to write the assignments. Now, you might not have the time. Maybe you are employed. You might not have the time to do adequate research on the assignment and to go into the research and all of those things. And you might be trying to figure out, how can I best do this? So this is where I come in. So I'm going to be conducting lectures on each and every assignment that you guys have been provided with. So remember, we said that there are 4 modules and there are 2 assignments, a module and 1 exam. So which means that in essence, I'm going to be conducting at least 8 lectures, right? For the what? For the whole program within the semester. It will be more than that, because some assignments will do 2 or even 3 lectures on some assignments, depending on the material that needs to be the material that needs to be covered. But in essence, I will come through. For example, on Monday, I'm going to be coming through on Monday for the guys that are doing managerial economics, and I'm going to be attending to one of the questions on the managerial economics assignments on Monday, right? And then after we're done with Monday, I'm going to schedule another date, and then we're going to meet on that date. We do the next question and so forth until we are done with the full assignment for managerial economics. Then we move on to the what? To the next module. So the same thing again for the guys that are doing what you call it, risk management. I'm going to be coming on Tuesday. I'm going to be coming on Tuesday, and on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing, I think it's supposed to be either risk modeling or introduction to risk management. I just want to check my diary, and then I'll just highlight which of the 2 I'll be doing. But either I'll be doing risk modeling on Tuesday, or I'll be doing introduction to risk management assignment. I'll advise in time which of the 2 assignments I'll be working on Tuesday. All right. So that's basically how I'll be offering the help that I'll be offering. I will be going through the assignments with you. It will be a discussion. You guys can contribute. I will also contribute. But because I am the private tutor who you will be paying something for, I will definitely do a lot more research before the class. And then I'll present my answers in a way that the assignment is supposed to be presented. And then I'll come forward. I'll present my solution to you guys, maybe in a space of an hour, and then maybe 30 minutes, we can discuss that solution where you didn't quite understand, where you need me to clarify more things, where you might have more questions, and etc. And then after the lesson is over, I'll send you guys the video. I'll send you guys my solution, and then you as the student, you go now and write your own assignment. So I'm not writing the assignment for you. I am giving you a guideline in terms of how can you attend to a question such as this one, right? And then you as the student, you take the guideline that I've provided, you take the lecture, you take the discussion that we've done, maybe you spend maybe 2-3 hours, and then you can work out your own solution that you can then submit. But what I've essentially done, if I've cut through some of the work for you by pointing you to the correct maybe websites, to the correct books, pointing you to the correct ideas that will help you make sure that you don't waste a lot of time trying to look for answers online or trying to look for answers where you might end up on the wrong stuff. So that's how I assist students. Now, in terms of the cost, for those that will be interested in joining the classes that we do, it will be 700 Rand per module. So when I say 700 Rand per module, you can do installments. Remember, we said that there are 2 assignments in each module, the case study and the project. So it means that for the case study, it will be 350. For the project, it will be 350. You don't have to pay the 700 or the total amount at once. You can pay in installments. So it means you can pick and choose. You can say to me, James, look, strategic marketing, this is my subject. I don't need to worry about that one. But managerial economics is not for me. I don't think I understand that module. Can I attend your classes for that one? Or you can say introduction to risk management, I'm good with that, but risk modeling, that one gives me headaches. Can I please attend only those ones only? Then you just make your payment only for what? Only for those ones. Now, again, like I said, I'm a private tutor. This is not a Mancosa platform. So this is only for those that are interested and they feel that they may be stuck on particular modules and want the extra help. So in terms of the timetable, the full timetable, on Monday or on Tuesday, I will present the full timetable of the days and the times that we'll be doing those classes. But mostly it will be midweek, starting from 7 up to 9. That's the time that we usually use. Usually it's 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes from between 7 and 9 o'clock. Usually that's the time that we usually target during the week. The weekends, we try to avoid the weekends because you'll be doing webinars during the weekend. So you might be a little bit tired after your webinars, but that's exactly how we'll be assisting for those that are interested. Maybe there are some that might have questions for me. Like I said, Monday, it will be free. Tuesday, it will be free. Monday for managerial economics, it will be free. Tuesday for risk modeling or introduction to risk management, it will be free, just for you to see. For those of you that have never used my service before. For those of you that have used my service, you guys know me, how we usually work. You can already just wait for the timetable. But for the guys that do not know me or have never used my service before, please attend on Monday or on Tuesday, depending on which modules you need. And then you can see how we work. If you like it, then that's good. If you don't like it, then you can just ignore my messages. Any questions for me?
Good evening, everyone.
Evening to you too.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So I've got 2 questions. The first one is, you mentioned that the 700 covers the case study and the project. You didn't mention anything about the exam. So I want to know, does that have its own cost or is it covered in the 700 Rand?
Okay. So for the exam, this is what I usually do, right? Within the 700 Rand that you are paying, I will also send you all the previous, because I've been doing this for the last, for postgrad, I started in 2021. So for the last 3 years, I've been doing postgrad assessments. So I have videos for each semester. So for example, if you go to managerial economics, I have like 10 videos of the previous assignments that we have done. So within the 700 Rand, I will send you videos of all the previous assignments or like all the previous years that we have done. So it will definitely help you because it will be different questions which can help you now be able to say, okay, if the question comes like this is how I attend to it. So that's option number 1 for the exam. Option number 2 is that after we are done with the assignments on 3 June, after we are done with assignments on 3 June, I will send like a poll in the groups. If there are people that are interested in doing exam classes where we prepare you for the exam, we can do them. There will be 250 Rand per module. we can definitely do them. But usually I prefer to ask the students after we are done with the assignments, when everything is there. Because right now, usually when you say let's also include the exam, usually by the time we get to the exams, people might have a different opinion. So usually after the assignments are done to June, I'll send a message in the group. Those that are interested, we can again continue meeting for the whole month of June in preparation for the what? For the July exam. So the option is there, but it will cost you 250 rand. But the option will be there. But for now, please don't pay for that. It's not yet it's not yet guaranteed for the exams, but the option will be there. Then also, maybe to also answer you in another way, in a different way. I don't want to talk about this too much, but if you are one of those people who don't want group classes like this, you want maybe a little bit of a one-on-one help, you can give me a call and we can talk privately how we can assist each other one-on-one outside of this group. All right. Veronica? So is it Veronica or Verocia? Sorry.
Thank you, James.
Yes.
From my side, I would like to know, how do you address remedials where one then or maybe a student found themselves not competent for an assignment? Do you maybe just step in there and make sure that their second submission is understood and it will actually just produce the desirable outcome? Thank you.
Okay. So, all right, I'll answer it this way. Firstly, from the previous classes that I have done, I think there was, is it last year, but one, I think there were 2 students only so far from the classes that I've done. So far, I think there were like 2 students last year, but one for marketing that did not make the assignments. But usually, most of the students, not most, all of the students that usually go through the classes, they pass the assignments without any problem. But there were 2 students that I think I remember them. I think it was last year, January, there were 2 students that did not make it for about 1 assignment. What I usually do is I'll ask the student to give me the assignment that they submitted, and I will go through it so that I can see why they did not make it during that assignment. If I see that it is something that was straightforward, like I can actually say, this is their error, then we will help them to correct the error that they've done. But if I see then that the student did not follow any of the guidelines that we provided them, because remember, we are providing new guidelines, do things this way, do things this way, do things this way. Then in that particular case, then it's now a conversation between me and the students. If the student want me to really be heavily involved in the remedial, I can be, but there will be an extra charge for that. But like I said, most of the time, we go through it and we check for you, what were the errors? Why didn't you make it? And then we will try to address that for you. We'll try to tell you, okay, do this, and do this, and you should be able to make it. But like I said, from previous experience, we've not really had any bad experiences except for those 2 students last year. I think it was marketing that did not make it for a marketing assignment. All right, Aaron? Aaron?
Good afternoon,
Yes.
colleagues.
Afternoon.
And afternoon to you, Mr. James.
Yes.
Look, it's a very good presentation I just had now. One that I want to know is that, do we need to prepare we need to read before we come for presentation, or you're going to take us from point A to point B?
Okay. All right.
I want to know with regard to preparation.
Okay. All right. No, it's fine. So there are 2 cases here. The first issue is, if we are doing case studies, it is mandatory for you, the student, to go through the case study question paper. Because for you to be able to understand what we'll be talking about, you need to know what we are talking about. So definitely, you will need to go through your questions. You will need to go through the case study. I would recommend, if it is possible, for you to read before, but it is not mandatory, because we are going to take you step by step. We are definitely going to take you step by step. What we usually do is, after we've gone through the assignment, let's say that, for example, we've done through managerial economics and we've completed it. Let's say that a week afterwards, you as the students, you have now written the assignment, but still there is a question that we've did in the class that still does not make sense to you. You have every right to call us back and say, James, are you and your lecturer for managerial economics, can you please come back? Question number 4, we did it together, but we are not understanding what you were talking about. We will come back and we will address maybe in a short session for 30 minutes or so. So it's not mandatory for you to know anything before the class. We will take you step by step, the whole process for the what? For the assignment. Although it is better for you. You know how it is. If you have read something before, it's easier for you to understand. But it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. I hope I've answered you, Aaron.
Okay. Second question.
Okay.
I would want to know that if, like you've given us the light on how to prepare and write the assignment, the question that I have, are we also allowed that after we completed our assignment, we can send to you just to see if is it the right way of writing it? Does it make sense? Do we need to correct there and there?
Okay.
So that you can recommend and correct his.
Okay, let me put it this way to you, right? So you can see right now there are about 80 students that have joined the class. Sometimes we have, when the students that pay for the class, I remember last year, we had about 30 students that had joined a particular class. So it's a bit impractical for me to read every student's essay before the due dates, considering that there are so many other modules. However, this is what will be available. Number 1, like I said, when I said presentation, I don't mean like what you call this thing, like a point presentation. I actually mean that if we are doing question number 5 for managerial economics, I'll present to you the exact way I would write question number 5, so that it's clear to you as a student that this is the level of writing that is expected for me to do for this question, which means that it will be as precise as possible to help you see how we're going to work it out, number 1. Then number 2, like I said, once we are done with the assignment and you as the student have time to do the assignment, you are also free to call us back and say, can we redo or revise this particular question? We did not understand it. Then number 3, you are also free to give me a call, right? My number is always really available. You can give me a call, James. Question number 2 that we did on Tuesday. I'm thinking, what if I write it this way? What do you think? I can take your call maybe for 10 or so, 15 minutes, and we can talk. I'm willing to also do that. But unfortunately, in terms of going through the submission, each and every student submission, I don't want to lie to you, that is a bit impractical for me to do it. For some students, they will be lucky, I will do it. But I don't want to say this, the promise that each and every student that is going to go through the class, I'm going to go through each and every one of your submission. I will not have the time for that. I don't want to lie to you. I do not want to lie to you. But for some students, if you are really desperate, I will try to help you out. I'll go through, I'll try to help you out, give you some pointers. But most of the things that I encourage is call us back for the lecture if there's something that you don't understand, or give me a call. Let me explain one-on-one basis to you. In 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I can do that. It's better that way rather than me going through your submission. It would take a lot of time to do that. Lawrence?
Hi, James. Thanks for the opportunity. I think mine is just as simple and straightforward. Will we be getting the invitation for the free classes to test the vehicle?
Yes, Monday, I'll send the invitation for managerial economics. Then Tuesday, I'll send the invitation for risk management. Risk management, I haven't decided yet. I just want to go through the assignment first and see which one I think it's a bit, I usually prefer the one that is a bit tough, so that you can actually see that there's value between risk modeling and introduction to risk management. I haven't chosen which one yet, but definitely I'll send through. I'll send through the invitation. Just like I did today, I'll send it in the group.
Thanks, James.
All right. Malema, I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry. Bella Malema.
Yes, Bella. My name is Bella. Hi, James. How are you?
Good. How's it?
Good. I hear you saying you haven't decided on the risk management one. We actually need it. If you can just maybe think about it, see if you can help us. The first class that we had for introduction to risk management, wasn't much of a success, and I think the majority of the class we left more in doubt than anything else. So it'll be great if you can sort of arrange something for midweek.
Oh, okay. No,
and so so that it can be one of your free lessons.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right. No,
that'll be great.
okay. No, definitely. We'll definitely have a free class for risk management. I just was trying to choose between the two modules, whether I should be introduction to risk management, or it should be risk modeling. I was trying to just decide between the two, but definitely.
I think the introduction, because the model one was very interactive.
Oh, okay.
I think it was okay, but that first one
okay.
was a mess.
All right.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Verusia, you still have a question?
Oh, yes, James. I think maybe this is the last one from me. How long do you give us an opportunity? For an example, if now we are submitting on the 17th of April, when do you go through with the group? When do you discuss the case?
Very good question. Very good question. Okay. So, like I said, on Monday, and on Tuesday, I will actually give you guys the timetable. But usually, this is what we usually do. So, most likely for you guys, we are going to be starting this coming week. We are doing Monday and Tuesday, right? But the other week afterwards, that's when we'll be starting. So, every single week, we try to complete at least one assignment. Every single week, we try to complete at least one assignment. So this means that, just give me a second here. Just want to open my thingy. I want to call this calendar. So this means that for the week 18 up to 23 March, we'll then do the case study for managerial economics, the case study for risk management. And then for the week 25 up to 29 March, we then do the case study for the next module. If it's MBA, maybe for IKM, Information Knowledge Management. If it's you guys in risk management, maybe we are doing risk framework and measuring, something like that. So every single week, which means by the time we get to 17 April, all of the case study assignments would have been completed, which means that around 17 April, we're actually starting on the project. And then we do the same thing up until we get somewhere around, I think, around 11 May, we should be done with the project also. So every week, we'll be trying to complete an assignment. When we see that we're a bit under pressure, we might ask you guys to meet more frequently so that we do 2 assignments or something like that. But every single week, we work on at least 1 assignment every single week. I hope that answers you. Another question? I think if we can dismiss each other at 8:30, I think that would be good for everyone. I know people are very tired. Any other questions that you might have for me? Zikona? Zikona?
Good evening, James
Good
and
evening,
everyone. Yes. Okay, so basically I just wanted to find out on the managerial economics, the one that is free, because some of us they're gonna be like doing this for the first time with and I see that the one that we have today, right? It is recorded. Can you please share the recording for the managerial economics that will be done on Monday? The reason I'm asking that is not all of us are in South Africa, as it is. It's like 1:30 a.m. from like where I am currently.
Okay.
So 8 o'clock in South Africa is gonna be like another time. So I don't think it's feasible for other people that are not residing within the country. Can you just please share so that we can see if okay, fine. Are we happy with your style, and then we can take it from there. Thank you.
No problem. I completely understand. So yes, definitely every single class that we do will be recorded and will be made available for those guys that would have paid for the classes. The free ones, yes, also, I will make the recordings available in the various groups that you guys are in. Then for those of you that want to know a little bit more about me, also feel free to go. I've got a YouTube channel. I think I sent some videos to the risk management guys. You saw the videos. MBA, I didn't send any videos. I'll try to send maybe after this lecture. Right? There's a YouTube channel, Varsity Unlimited Tutors. There are so many videos on that channel, but there's about so many different things. So I will try to go on the channel myself and extract the ones that have something to do with MBA, and then I'll send them to you guys for the MBA guys. For the risk management, I've already sent you guys the videos. You've seen them. You can watch them just to see the approach that we use. Then another thing also, it's not just me. I'm the first of Varsity Unlimited Tutors, but it is not just me. We're a team. I've got a lot of different tutors that I work with that I vetted and know that they deliver quite well that I work with. So you notice that in some of the videos that I'll send, it won't even be me who will be speaking. It will be someone else who will be speaking, but they're all under my employee. Margaret.
Thank you. I just want to know, in case I missed it because I've bad connection on my side, are you going to share the invite for the Monday classes like you did now?
Yes, correct.
So thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions for me before we dismiss each other? It's now 8:30. All right. If there are no questions, thank you guys for coming through. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and just be patient with me, guys, especially for this coming week. I might post a couple of things in your groups. I know sometimes it's not nice seeing someone posting things in the group, but just be patient with me. After this week, I promise I won't really be bothering you guys that much in the group. I just want to see who's interested so that we can start the classes with the ones that are interested. Those that are not interested, I understand. You might have a different opinion on what we are offering. It is still fine with me. Thank you guys for coming through. I hope you have a wonderful evening and you have a good weekend. Good night.
Thanks a lot, James.
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
evening.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Goodbye.
very much.
Thank you.